Well, howdy do!
Hello.
Take two. Hopefully there's sound this time, because the last one was...
But we looked fabulous. We did a great job.
I
It
tried.
looked great.
I got more coffee.
It sounded terrible, but
You
it
have a
looked
sippy?
great. I have a sippy.
Well, congratulations. Anywho, what are we talking about today?
Procrastination.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do.
Okay. I have a big problem with procrastination. I can barely say it, let alone get past it.
I've noticed that you have a problem with procrastination.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. This is where I'd like to say you're a paid actor in here and
You'd
don't
like
know
to
me.
say that. Yeah.
But you do.
So, I think it's to do with your needing to make it perfect. Make everything perfect.
You want to talk about that behind you again?
What's behind me?
If I was into perfection, we wouldn't have that curtain.
No, I don't think that has anything to do with anything. I think the curtain is, I think you leave
It's
those kind of
beautiful.
choices to me.
I do.
Yeah. So you're just like, you'll take care of it.
Anywho,
Think about it.
do you don't procrastinate? Is that what you're telling me? I'm just the anchor on this beautiful ship?
No, I procrastinate. I've just also noticed, that you procrastinate.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I feel better about this conversation. I seriously know I have a problem with it. I make goals. I have big goals that I've been wanting to do. I mean, we're talking 20 years that I've been wanting to do this, kind of set it on the back burner. And I find myself now I actually have an opportunity to do it. And so I will make the goals. I get all psyched and I'm like, I'll even have little things, a little bit, not too much. Because one of my problems, I think, is I have this massive big goal and no little goals to it. But within that massive goal, I'm like, you know what? I should do this and this too as a part of it. And then I go in this circle where, because I don't do this, or I think part of this I need to research. That's one of my big things. So I'll research it. And where do you go? YouTube. I watch YouTube videos on it all the time. And so I'm like, oh, I got to get this down. Oh, that's a good idea. And I make notes and I go, oh, I'll add this in there. But it never gets added because it doesn't get done. So at the end of the week, I look at it and go, I did nothing.
Do you think you get caught up a little bit in that you
YouTube
are watching some of those videos to do research and then you're just kind of like, oh, this video also looks interesting to watch?
Have you been looking at my history?
I'm just thinking that might happen. I know it happens with me.
I know it happens to you.
Yeah. Maybe that's the procrastination on my side. Because I do it. A little bit.
Glad this is on film.
So, you definitely do want to make some baby steps to make it so that when you're looking at that giant thing, that you have the little baby steps that go along.
You think that would help, actually? Like, because... Well... I'll believe you.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try anything. That's what this whole thing's about right here. I can't be alone on this, but I feel like I'm in this vicious circle where, I have this great idea, and this is what I want to do, and this is going to be so exciting, and I got to do these couple things, but at the end of the day, I kind of go in a circle where I do some research on it, never act on it. So I go back to the original idea and go, well, maybe it needs revamped a little because maybe that's the problem because I'm not motivated enough, obviously, to do it.
Yeah, maybe some of it, though, to get motivated enough would be to look at the big picture and how wonderful is it going to be if you achieve that goal, how terrible is it going to be if you don't achieve that goal, and maybe envision that and make a picture of it, make it very, very clear so that you know how wonderful it'll be if you achieve it, clearly how horrible it's going to be if you don't. And when you do that, maybe you'll find that it's not even something you even wanted in the first place. Maybe it isn't that bad if you don't do it. Maybe it isn't that great if you do it.
And this is supposed to be motivational?
Yes.
Wow.
Because maybe you need different goals.
Oh.
Something you
boy.
get excited about. Something you can decide that you do want to work on.
Is this advice for you too, or just me?
For me and you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure this is what I want to do, though. Like,
See,
my main...
One of the things, too, is that in that Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, ladies understand things better by talking them over with somebody.
Oh.
So it's for me, too. As I talk it out, it helps me understand it better.
Okay, so to that book, what... Women are supposed to talk things out, but what do men do? I haven't read that book, actually.
You know, I was
You
a lot more
quoted
into
it for
understanding
years.
ladies than
Oh,
understanding...
okay.
Because I feel like I understand ladies so that I can explain it to you. Because you understand men. You're okay. You don't have to understand yourself.
Well, I do have a doctorate degree in it. Really? I don't even know what that means.
One of the
I'll
things
get
that
myself
you'll
in
want to
trouble.
do as well is that if you do, so say you get this goal, you're excited about it, you know that it's what you want to do, you see how wonderful it's going to be if you achieve it, how horrible it's going to be if you don't. You're at this place, you understand the little baby steps you're supposed to take to do it. One of the things you want to do is, if it's intimidating to look at the steps, maybe just think about how long it's actually going to take to do it. Like, maybe it's only going to take you 10 minutes a day. Maybe it's only going to take you 30 minutes a day. And if you actually quantify it, that helps too. I found that helps me with some of my other goals, is looking at how long it's actually going to take, because I can postpone something for a really long time that's only going to take 5 minutes. And it's crazy. It's just because I look at it, I'm like, oh gosh, I really don't feel like doing that right now. I'll just do it another time, and I postpone it and postpone it.
Yeah.
But it was only going to take me 5 minutes if I had just got started.
Well, sure. I have a lot of little stuff. You know, I have a lot of little stuff sitting around of projects. And so one of my things is I figured they're also distracting me big time. I feel that because I want to get, like, some stuff is required outside, and where we live, it's coming up on winter. Yeah. Winter's going to be here. And so I feel like I should hurry and get all that little stuff done and out of the way so I can focus on the big thing. But where I lose track, I think big time, is focusing on the big thing. I feel like somewhere in time, heavens knows where, somebody told me, or I made it up and believed it, that most things have already been done. And I have this theory that it's where it's been done, that's where I get into studying YouTube, trying to find people who's already done things similar to what I want to do and to try to learn from them. But I've realized that in a way that I've learned so much because, like, I studied for a whole year but didn't actually do the action. And so I get hung up in... I don't think it's perfection. I don't think so.
Yeah, you just, if I just learned how to do this more perfectly.
I don't think it's perfection in a way that if I don't actually do it, how is that perfection?
Because if you never do it, you've never done it imperfectly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can't argue.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might procrastinate. My thoughts on that one. Maybe. What's next on that thing, huh?
So one of the things you might want to take into account is what is it you are filling up your day with instead of working toward your goals. Maybe keep track of what it is you're working on.
Now that actually makes some sense.
What takes up your hours in a day.
Yeah, because I have no idea. A lot of times, like, I go to work, so 8 hours or 8.5 hours of it's taking a job. But after that, I mean, it's not much. I sleep about 6 hours a night. Where does the rest of that time go?
And sometimes you don't know unless you keep track of things.
Yeah, I really don't know, because what is that? 8 and 6, what, about 14? 14 hours is taken up right there. And then, so I got another 10 hours that I have really, I mean, obviously today I played Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. And that can suck the hours.
Yeah, but...
really quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And so, once you do determine what it is you do want to go for, you know you want to go for it, you got your baby steps, you might have to check into your schedule and see what kinds of things it is you might want to push out and do maybe another time so that you can work toward your goals each day.
I was distracted slightly. I heard a dog barking behind me and I was like, is that mine?
Yeah.
Is my dog out?
Might be. I don't think it's our dog.
I don't think so either. My dog's over there, I think.
One of the things you want to keep in mind too as you're evaluating your day, because you probably want to evaluate how you're doing towards your goals each day, is to see what is it that you worked on today that was towards your goals, or were the things you're working on today getting you closer to your goals.
Yeah, I need to. I really should do an evaluation every single day, because I'll go a couple days and not even think about it, and then about 3 days or 4 days, all of a sudden I look back, I'm like, it's been 3 days and I haven't done squat. Not a thing on my goals.
Yeah,
but in Minecraft, I got this wonderful building with monsters in it all over the place. It's wonderful.
Yeah. One of those things I was thinking is that actually relates back to that Napoleon book where he was talking with the devil, where the devil said, I don't need to make anybody do anything. I just need to make somebody do nothing. Distracting. You go a few days, just float through, not going toward your goals. That's all he needed you to do. Just nothing.
We're talking about the devil, not Napoleon, right?
The devil. Yep.
So many notes. So exciting.
One of those things that I feel like you can go floating, and you can just be playing video games, and you can be...
I don't float well.
Just not working toward the big things, not working toward your goals. And it really doesn't make you feel very good about your life and where you're going. And
well, yeah, when you finally do an evaluation,
or even you just kind of don't feel good. You go a month or so and you're just playing video games and watching movies, and you're not working toward your goals. Your actions aren't in line with your goals.
Yeah.
And you come to the end of it and you don't feel good about where you're going, which puts you in another cycle too, because we are in a time where we kind of self-medicate ourselves with playing video games,
distractions.
And watching, just being distracted.
Lots of distractions.
We can just keep watching Netflix. We can just keep watching YouTube. We can just keep playing video games.
Not anymore. I quit Netflix.
And then we don't have to think about how sad we are about how we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. We're not working on our goals. We're not achieving what we want to do. We're not becoming the person we want to be.
Well, yeah, because all of a sudden days turn into weeks and weeks, months, and then all of a sudden a year's gone by, and you're still like, you remember, hey, last New Year's Eve I had these goals, or New Year's Day, whenever you made them, but all of a sudden you have these goals, and all of a sudden a New Year's come up, and you realize, I haven't done squat on the last ones.
Yeah.
What's the point, anymore? Like last couple of years? I literally made the same resolutions I did the year prior. Literally the same ones, and when I made them this last January, I was like, this is the year, man. This is the year. I even told people, I'm like, this is the year.
Yep.
And here we are, November. Whoops.
We didn't plan on this being the year that it was, though, either.
Well, nobody planned
on that.
But I know people who are like rocking and rolling in the same kind of thing that I want to do. The pandemic or whatever didn't slow them down.
Well, yeah. Yeah, probably not.
Some people's like, when he's got a point, he's got a point. It's just not very often.
One of the things that I really liked is when we're talking about how to determine what it is you should be doing in a day, is to think about the different activities you're going to be doing in the day, things you might feel like doing, like playing Minecraft, or like working toward your long-term goals, and how long is it that you're going to be getting the benefit if you actually work on it today. Like how long, like 5 years from now, are you going to be happier that you did this activity or, the other activity?
Well, I know that if I could change my ways and just even a little bit of progress every now and then, I know I'd get psyched and I'd be feeling so much better. I'd be like, my life's like, not my life in general, but I mean, my goals are actually starting to take shape, and it would be wonderful. And I feel like we have kids. I want them to learn that you can make goals and you actually work towards them and do them. My parents I never remember my parents ever having goals. Like, they never told me if they did. And so, no wonder I'm screwed up. And I definitely don't want to I want to be a different kind of example. That's one of the things that kind of makes me, when I review and be like, I haven't done squat, one of the main things in my head is thinking, what have you taught your kids? What at Minecraft? Really? That's it? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Minecraft, but it's not life. It's not the whole thing. Or unless that's what you want to do, and then God bless you. Have more coffee.
That is funny. That is one of those things that I can think back on, and I don't remember. Maybe my parents just never talked over their goals with me either.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being.
I never remember.
Something that much.
Well, I didn't know
up.
your parents.
Yeah.
Thank God. We're not brother and sister.
But I have told my children my goals.
Yeah.
And that makes it so that I have to do them now because
someone said that if you went and pretty much announced your goals to the world, they would help you be more motivated to do it. And then I've also heard the opposite, that if you go and tell everyone your goals, that it's almost like, they're all like, hey, way to go, that's going to be great. That is almost like you've been fed the reward before you've actually done the work. So I don't even know what to think on that. Like I said, obviously at the beginning of this year, I told you, I'm like, oh, this is the year, and nothing. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Do you have problems with goals? Do you have problems with empty cups of coffee?
Should you tell everyone your goals, or should you not tell everyone your goals in order to make it more likely you'll accomplish it?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I wonder about that one.
Yeah.
Maybe if you've had success telling people, or if you've had more success by not telling people your goals.
Yeah, let me know.
And what kind of things do you think are causing you to procrastinate, or what kind of things have you done that make it so you stop procrastinating? That would be good to know. We could definitely use the input.
Yeah, I need help. And I think that's about it.
That's everything. Yep.
See ya!
See ya!
Bye. Toodles.